Hey, this is Chad, and welcome to the Breakthrough PT Marketing Show. And the purpose of this show is to help private practice physical therapists and physios grow their businesses with scientific systems and direct access marketing. And today, I have something I think you're going to absolutely love it, but we're going to talk about automation. It's a huge buzzword within private practice physical therapy right now, and I think there are some misunderstandings about it and exactly what it can do for us as private practice owners. But quick question, how would you like it if you had 250 people email you and say, I'm in pain right now? It'd be pretty remarkable, right? That would be a lot of conversations to have. You'd probably be able to convert at least some of them. I mean, even if you only converted 1 out of every 50, you'd at least have 5 patients on your schedule right now just by responding to them and having a positive conversation about what is going on for them. So pretty cool stuff, and I'm actually going to share a story with you today on this episode of a private practice owner who did just that. But the first thing I want to share with you is a lot of the times when we're thinking about automation and we're studying automation or Facebook marketing, email marketing, there's this misconception that that the software or that the program is going to do everything for us. And I'm here to tell you that is dead wrong. What the software, what automation can do for us is start a conversation with a lot of people who might be interested in our physical therapy services. But it's really up to us to put the work in to actually work those leads, have a conversation with those potential patients, and ultimately convert them over to our physical therapy services and potentially products as well. So I want to give you some exact numbers of what this practice owner did, but the practice owner's name was Kathy, and she and her husband Joe have a private practice in New Jersey. And if you haven't read so already, I highly recommend this, but you can pick up a copy of Killer Marketing Secrets for Private Practice PTs. This was written by myself and my partner in Breakthrough PT Marketing, Carl Mattiola. You're definitely going to want to check out Chapter 11 in this book. Carl absolutely crushes it. It has some, dispels huge myths that we have as private practice physical therapists about how email marketing works. And I'll just give you one really quick example that kind of crushed me when I read it. But have you ever been guilty of emailing your entire newsletter to your past patient list, where when the basically the subject line reads, newsletter from Madden Physical Therapy, October, volume 7, issue number 10, something like that. And then when you open it up, we at least what I did and what I'm guilty of is I had my entire newsletter in there. Well, Carl crushes that and does a really nice job of going back to that market message media match, which we've talked about in the past, and showing you exactly how to use email marketing. So if you haven't picked that up already, I'm going to tell you how to get a copy of that here at the end of this episode. So let me give you some actual numbers of what Kathy did, but Kathy has been through the Killer Marketing program, and she's moved on to a bigger program, and that's called All-Star. And what she did is Carl had this, it's called this single question email that he wrote up, and this was developed after literally years of practice with internet marketing and email marketing. And so he shared this with her, and here's what she did. She sent out 2,361 emails. So typically in private practice PT, we call that an email blast. But she sent out that many emails to a list that she had. She had over 300 people respond. And out of those 300 that responded, specifically 250 of them said, yes, I'm in pain. And so this came up on a call. We do monthly calls with owners all over the country. We do several calls, and so it was one specific call. We were recording it. Kathy jumped on and said, hey, I did Carl's single question email exactly as he laid out, and here, this is what we had. We had over 300 people responded to the email. We had over a 50% open rate, which may or may not be the right metric to look at, but nonetheless, she had a really good open rate. A ton of responses. Now, why do we want responses? Because it actually helps us with any future emails that we may be sending. And over 250 of those people specifically said, I have pain. And if they have pain, then it's pretty simple to have a conversation. So I asked the natural follow-up, which was, well, how many of them scheduled? And she said immediately 5 of those people scheduled. Now, I want to give you something really, really valuable here, that when you're having a conversation, we typically do this as physical therapists, but we kind of don't have our heads on straight all the time with regards to marketing. And have you ever talked with somebody who said, hey, Mike, I'm in pain. And, you have the conversation, and maybe it's a friend, family member, something like that, and they never really convert over to a patient. Like, you give them advice, but they don't, nothing happens out of that. Well, I did that for years, and what I found was a really quick and efficient way, basically a two-step process, that I can have somebody hop on my schedule, because there's nothing I like less than showing up to a Thanksgiving dinner and having a line of relatives who are, they basically want me to treat them or want me to give them advice when I'm trying to spend time with friends and family. So nonetheless, I developed this little system, and I want to share it with you right now. And it's the same exact thing that we advised here for Kathy to follow up with, and it's extremely effective. So the first thing that you're going to do is say, okay, Uncle Larry, you're having hip pain. 0 to 10, what's the worst pain that you've had in the past month? Okay, so you can do this by email, you can do it live, you can do it over the phone, however the person's reaching out to you and saying, I'm in pain. So between 0 and 10, what's the worst pain you've had in the last month? And let them answer. The second part of that is, okay, so you had 7 out of 10, what were you doing when that happened? And basically we're looking for them to say, hey, every time I stand for more than 15 minutes, I get numbness down my right leg. Something like that. We're looking for them to identify how their pain is reproducible. And then what that will do is that just brings out an awareness of what they really have, and if it's really something that they want to take care of or not. And then, if they'll say, hey, yeah, every time I stand for 15 minutes, or if I ride in the car, my right leg goes numb, hey, I really think that's something that we can work with. I don't have the equipment here to give you the proper examination, so let's get you on the schedule and I'll take a look at you in the office. And it literally takes 1 minute, and then I can move on and grab apple pie or whatever it is that I'm trying to get to at our family get together, and literally enjoy the time with my family. It's the same exact thing in all these email responses. Hey, I'm in pain. Okay, well, can you tell me a little bit about your pain? 0 to 10, what's the worst pain you've had in the last month? That's step number 1. Step number 2 is, what were you doing when that happened? And by the way, I'm going to give you some gold here. So in closing out an email, we want to reply back. And there's a very specific 6 words that you should be using every single time in every single email that you ever mail out from here on out. And it's kindly reply back and let me know. And then you have your name after that. So short emails work. Again, that's in chapter 11 of Killer Marketing Secrets, and exactly like the email that Kathy sent out here, which Carl did specifically for the All-Star Group and Breakthrough PT Marketing. But when he shared that, she just went in and did it blindly, exactly like he laid out to do. And it's not a long email. It's only maybe 5 or 6 lines total. There's no branding or anything like that. Just a personal email that goes out, and it absolutely crushed it for us. So again, if you really want to learn how to do some awesome stuff with email marketing. So if you're watching this anywhere else other than over at breakthroughptmarketing.com, you can head on over there, and the exact place you want to go to is breakthroughptmarketing.com/learn-more. We'll be having a training specifically on this topic in the near future, so head on over there now. It's breakthroughptmarketing.com/learn-more. You can get some really good stuff, really good resources on internet marketing, Facebook, automation, etc. Head on over there now, check it out. Lots of goodies over there, and I will be over there as well. So hope you got a lot out of this episode. Next time, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you one specific example. So when we're talking about automation, we're going to get into workshops. You know that I use workshops right here at Madden Physical Therapy, and Facebook ads and Google ads, etc. A lot of fun stuff that we're doing there, but I'm going to share a story with you of one private practice owner in North Carolina who made one little change with his workshop registration process and went from a 35% attendance rate and jumped it up to 58%. We'll cover that in the next episode, and I'll see you then.